Hello, about 3 months ago I posted a video. This is where my pile of seaweed was standing 3 months ago. Against that fence, waiting to be chopped and then dropped onto a raised bed. I've done that, and what I want to do now is I want to take this camera outside and show you what seaweed looks like when it's been chopped with a mixture of leaves and sat on a raised bed for 3 months. No digging, no turning, no nothing. Just let the wind and the rain take the strain. Don't do anything. Okay, I'm going to cut you back to that video now that I shot 3 months ago. Check it out, then come back to me, and by the time you do, I'll have this camera outside. Probably the two most asked questions on YouTube when I do a video about seaweed is, am I okay to go and just collect it? And what about the salt? Well, what you're looking at now is some seaweed that I collected perhaps 2 weeks ago. I haven't actually used it yet. I still have to prepare it to go on the raised beds and to go on the buckets. It still needs to be shredded and chopped. But it's stood out now for at least 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks we've had several showers of rain, and it's actually raining today. That's why we're indoors. And that rain will take care of any residual salt on that seaweed. It will just wash it straight off. So there are no issues with salt on seaweed when you use it in the garden. At least if there are, I've never found them. And I've used seaweed as a fertiliser on my garden for many a year. The seashore in the UK is owned by somebody. To collect seaweed, gardeners should ask the relevant landowner's permission. Gardeners are okay to take seaweed in small quantities. Gardeners should always take account of any environmental sensitivities. Gardeners should only take drift seaweed. This mixture of seaweed and leaves was chopped and dropped on this raised bed about a month ago. This mixture of seaweed and leaves was chopped and dropped on this raised bed about 3 months ago. As you can see, it's virtually unrecognisable as seaweed and leaves. It's started to break down and I haven't done anything with it. There's no work involved. Once the chop and drop is in place, go indoors and have a cup of tea. Just leave it, don't do anything. The wind and the rain will take the strain. Let nature do what nature does. Nature will recycle your chopped mix of seaweed and leaves into your raised bed while you watch TV. And we're only halfway through the process at the moment. There's at least another 3 months, 4 months before we actually want to grow anything in this raised bed. And in that period of time, this mix will disappear completely into that raised bed. The wind and the rain will push it down, the worms will take it down, and your soil is just getting better and better, so that in the spring of the year it will be good to go. Even the seagulls are agreeing with me. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're interested in how I chop and drop seaweed, I'm going to pin a link on this raised bed now. This is Homegrown Veg signing out.